Hello students, in today's lecture we will be learning about decimal form of a rational number. That means we are continuing with chapter 5, that is operation on rational numbers, and today's topic what we are going to learn is decimal form of a rational number. Now as we know children, the rational number means nothing but it's in the number that is in the form of a fraction, that is in the form of numerator and denominator, right? So decimal form of rational number, we will get the decimal form of rational number when we are going to divide the numerator by its denominator. Clear children? So whenever any fraction is given, you will divide the numerator by its denominator. When you divide the numerator by its denominator, you will get the decimal form of a rational number. Now say for example, I'll take a simple example children. Now suppose this is fraction is 1 upon 2. Now we know this is half. Half can also be written as 0.50, right? Now if you want, you can divide and see children. That means 2, here 1, that means not possible, 0. So 2 5s are 10. So here you are getting 0.5, that is 0.50. So same way children, if you are taking fraction 3 upon 4, I can write 3 upon 4 as 0.75, right? If you divide these 3, now here you can divide this. So here see children, 4 and this is 3, here 0.4, okay, 4 7s are 28, here comes 2, comes 0, so 4 5s are 20. That means 3 upon 4 is equal to 0.75. That means we are converting the fractions into, okay, in which form? Decimal form. This way when we are dividing the numerator, here what we have done children, numerator we have divided by denominator and we have got the decimal form. Let me take one more example. Let us take one more example children. That is, suppose I am taking example 13 upon 8, okay, 13 upon 8, we are taking 13 upon 8 and we have to convert this 13 upon 8 into decimal form. So here I am writing here 8 and this is 13. Now 8 ones are 8, so what comes here? 13, that means cancel here, 13, that means 5.0, okay, 8 6 are 48. So what is remaining? 10. 10 minus 8, that is 2. This is 0. Now 0. Now 8 2s are 16. 8 2s are 16. 10, that is 4. 1 minus 1 0. Now 8 5s are 40. That means children, you can see 13 upon 8 is equal to 1.625. Clear? So we have converted 13 upon 8 into 1.625 and in the decimal form. Children, now you are supposed to copy all these example in the classroom book. Okay children, so you take your classroom book, note down all the points so that whenever you are practicing for exams, if you see the example, things will become clear to you. Now children, let us take one negative fraction, okay, numerator with a negative sign. That means suppose if I take one more example, suppose minus 5 upon 16, we have to convert this minus 5 upon 16 into decimal form. Okay children, so how are we going to do? 16. And now see children, whenever minus numbers are there, whenever there is a minus fraction and you have to convert into, if you have to convert it into a decimal form, what this minus sign while dividing children, leave it, ignore that. In the last stage, in the answer we will put the negative sign. So here while dividing we will not consider the minus sign. So 16 and here is 5, right? Now here not possible, so you will take 0. Now 16 3s are, we know 16 3s are 48. 10, that is 2. And now 16 1s are 16. 10 minus 6, that is 4, 0. Okay, 16 2s are 32, that is 8. 3 minus 3, that is 0. Here also 0. Okay children, here also 0 you can put. Now 0. 16 5s are 80, so 0 0. Now therefore children, minus 5 upon 16 is equal to 0.3125. Now put here in the answer children minus sign. Okay children, so this way you are going to convert a decimal fraction into decimal form. If negative sign is there, just do the division, and the last step you are putting the minus sign. Now see children, this both examples what I gave, in this you can see that after, okay, in both the example what I gave, remainder is 0. Okay children, I am getting the remainder 0. Here also in the first example what I had given, here in the all these examples, first, second, okay, this one all we are getting the remainder 0. So children, this form of a rational number, this decimal form of a rational number is called terminating decimal form. What we are calling this as, it is called as terminating decimal form. Terminating decimal form means children, when we get the remainder 0, so let us write the definition. When we get the remainder 0, write down, when we get the remainder 0, okay, when we get the remainder 0, then decimal form of a rational number, decimal form of a rational number is called as terminating decimal form. Terminating decimal form. So children, I hope you have understood. So this is your first type of decimal form of a rational number. This is a first type of decimal form. That means decimal form of a rational number are of two types. First one is terminating decimal form. When we are getting the remainder 0, then that means your division is getting terminate, the division is getting over, so it is called terminating decimal form. Okay, we are getting the remainder 0. Now let us see the second form children. Now see children, the second type of decimal form of a rational number is called as recurring decimal form. Recurring decimal form. Now here see children, I have written the definition first. Let us read out. See, when division does not come to an end, then a single digit or a group of digit occurs repeatedly on the right of the decimal point. This type of decimal form of a rational number is called recurring decimal form. That means children, in the first case you have seen division gets over, we are getting the remainder 0, okay, and that means our division is getting terminate. But in this case, second case children, your division will not get over, okay, there will be continuous, one number will be repeated or a group of number will be repeated, there will be no end, you will not get the remainder 0. So such type of decimal form of a rational number is called recurring decimal form. Recurring decimal form. You will understand better with an example what I will be giving now. So let us see this second type of decimal form of representation by an example. Now see children, write 2 upon 3 in the decimal form. Okay, so let us see this example 2 upon 3 in the decimal form. Now here let us start with the division. So 3 and this is 2. Now here okay, let us take 0. Now 3 6 are 18, right? So remainder is 2, 1 minus 1 0. Now 0. Again 3 6 are 18, that means 2. Again 6 are 18. So you can see children here, okay, you can see here children, again, so there is no and, your division is not getting over, and what is repeated, one single number, that is 6 is going on repeating, right? Again if you take, it will again it will become 20, okay, again 18, again 6. So this goes on, there is no and to this division. This form of decimal form of a rational number is called recurring decimal form. Okay, so now I can write this 2 upon 3 is equal to 0. Now see children, this number 6 is repeating, right, recurring. Okay, so you are going to show that recurring sign by either, see, when a single number is recurring, then you can show by a one dot on that number. Okay, this dot means what, 6 is recurring. Okay, or you can also write it as this can also be written as 2 upon 3 is equal to 0.6, and on the 6 small bar also you can put, children. That means this bar, this symbol, what this symbol means, that 6 is recurring. Recurring means again and again it's occurring, it is again and again repeated. Okay, so now either you show by dot or by a bar. Dot is used only for when a single number is recurring, children. Okay, but more than one number when it is recurring, that means more than one digit when the number is, say for example 2 digit or 3 digit number is coming again and again recurring, then you have to use a bar, big line you will show. So this is called as, okay, this form is called recurring decimal form. It's called as recurring decimal form. Let me give one more example so that things are will become clear to you. Now let us take one more example, children. Let us take second example, that is, okay, 16 upon 11. Okay, write 16 upon 11 in decimal form. 16 convert, you can write convert 16 upon 11 in decimal form. Okay, so now let us start 11 and 16. Okay, right, so 11 ones are 11, right. Okay, now here we are getting 50, so 11 fours are 44. Now 10 minus 4 6, 0, and 4 minus 4 0. Now here see, children, so it will be 11 5s are 55, 10 minus 5 5 0. Now here again 4s are 44, 6 0, again 5s are 55. So okay, children, 5 0. Now you can see, children, now 50, so again it will be 4, again it will be 5. That means your division is not getting over, not getting terminate. Okay, so this is what form, children. This will be dot dot, this dot dot means what, it is recurring, so you are going to put the dot, and now therefore we can write 16 upon 11 is equal to 1 point. Now see, children, 2 digit 4 5 is recurring, so what you are going to show by bar, put a line on the top. This means what, this is called bar. What is called, it is called as bar, and that means, okay, 1.45 bar means what, this 4 5 is, this meaning of that, this above line is that this 4 5 is recurring, that means 2 digits are recurring. So for 2 digit, 3 digit, 4 digit, you will be showing by using a bar, and only there we have an option for the 1 digit, either you show by a dot or by a small bar, both will be doing. Okay, children, so this is also called, this is called recurring decimal form. Okay, this is a recurring decimal form. Now that means, children, now what we have seen, decimal form of a rational number will be of two types. One will be terminating decimal form, second will be recurring decimal form. If your division is getting over, it is terminating decimal form. If your division is not getting over, it is recurring decimal form. So children, let's start with practice set 24. First question, convert into decimal form. Write the following numbers in decimal form. First one is 13 upon 4, right? So let us start this 4, and this is your 13. 4 3s are 12. 3 minus 2, that is 1, 0, 0.0. 4 2s are 8. 10 minus 8 is 2, 0. 4 5s are 20. Okay, 4 5s are 20. Therefore, see, children, therefore 13 upon 4 is equal to 3 upon 3.25, right? So we have converted 13 upon 4 into decimal form, that is 3.25. Now see, children, there is one more method, okay, but you will do mostly by this method only, that will be easy. Or there is one method, here I am doing that, or second method, 13 upon 4. Now see, children, this 4, if I multiply by 25, and this also if I multiply by 25, okay, so what will become this? This will become 13 into 25. 13 25s are, it is 325, and 4 into 25 is 100. So this is becoming what? Now we know how to put the decimal when 20. We have learned in 5th standard that when we have denominator 100, so we will count how many digits from back side, 1 to 2 digits, so it is 3.25. See, children, okay, either you do this division method or this method, but mostly we will be doing by this division method, because sometimes only it is possible to get the click for that if you multiply by this certain number. So first method you will be more useful to you. Clear, children? Now let's start with the next sum, that is, let us start with the second question, that is minus 7 upon 8, children. Second question is your minus 7 upon 8. So as I have already told, minus sign you will not consider, that is 8, okay, and 7. Now this is becoming what, children? 0 point, okay, 8 8s are 64, so cancel 10, 10 minus 4, that is 6, 6 minus 6 0, now 0. Now that will be 8 7s are, 8 7s are is how much? 56, 8 7s are 56. Here I am writing this, cancel 10, okay, 10 minus 6 is 4 and 5 minus 4 0. Now 0, 8 5s are, your 8 5s are 40, 8 5s are 40. So therefore children, minus 7 upon 8 is equal to what it is? 0.875, but since it is minus here in the numerator, so you will put in the answer also minus sign. So I hope children you have understood question number 2. Now let us do the third question. Let us do the third question. Now let's see, children, third question, it is given in the mixed form. So first we will convert into improper form. 7 5s are 35, 35 plus 3, that is equal to 38 upon 5. Now let us divide these, children, 5 and this is 38, okay. So 5 7s are 35, that means 35, 3, okay. Now here 5 6s are 30, that means children 38 upon 5 is equal to 7.6, right? Okay, and if you multiply by 2, this becomes 10 and here this becomes 76. So in that case also you can do it directly also. So this is a third sum. Now fourth sum, children, fourth one, that is 5 upon 12, okay, 5 upon 12 will be for homework. Fourth question you will be doing for homework. Now fifth one I will be doing, that is 22 upon 7, okay children, 22 upon 7. Now let us do this, children, that is 7 and this is 22. Now 7 3s are 21 minus 1 0, 0. 7 1s are 7, so 10 minus 7 is 3, again 0. 7 4s are 28, okay, so 10, 10 minus 8 is 2, 2 minus 2 0. 7 2s are 14, 10, 10 minus 4, that is 6, and this is 0, 0 minus, that is 0. Now 7 8s are, okay children, 7 8s are 56, 8s are 56, 4, 5 minus 4 is 0, okay, 40. 7 5s are, what it is, 35, 5, this is 0. 7 5s are, children, by mistake I wrote here, this is just 7 5s are, okay, 7 5s are 35, what we have written as ka, okay. Now we are getting 50, so 7 7s are 49, 51, that is 1 0. Now 7 1s are 7, that means 3, okay children. Now here see, children, again 0, so you are getting what, now 7 4s are 28, that means 2 0. Now it will be, children, you can see that, children, now 7 2s are, so here see, children, from here you are getting 10, right, this is your 10, so right from here, children, 10, then 30, then 20, then 60, again you will get same 10 30 20 60, 10 20 30 60. So that means, children, you can see that 1 4 2 8 5 7, okay, 1 4 2 8 5 7 1, and then again it is starting with 1 4 2, so that means it is recurring, so you are just putting dot dot dot, and that is equal to, so 22 upon 7 is what, children? Therefore I can write here, see children, therefore 22 upon 7 is equal to 3.1428857. okay, this all the terms are recurring, so it is coming till 7, and then again it starts from 1. Again you can see it starts from 1, right? 1428571 57, again 142857, again it will come 142857. that means how many terms are recurring, children? 142857. so we have shown that by bar. okay children, so this is 22 upon 7, and children in 8th standard you will learn this is the value of pi. We will be using in sums, we use 22 upon pi value, that is 22 upon 7 or 3.14 we are using. Now this will be, so this way we have converted the value of pi in decimal form. Clear? Now remaining 2 sums, children, you will be trying for homework, but you will be solving in the classwork book, and with this we will be completing our practice at 24, and also some homework sums I will be sending, which you will be based on this practice set, which you will be solving in the homework notebook. okay, complete your classwork book, concentrate and watch properly, children. Wherever you have doubt, see the video, replay the video 2 times and see, so the doubts are clear. Still if you have any doubt, you can send me a message. Thank you for nicely watch the video. Thank you and have a nice day. Children, since the cases are increasing of corona, please take care of yourself, take care of your family members, stay home, stay safe, avoid going outside. okay children, thank you, have a nice day.